Let us proceed into the session. So it's about MSMED Act 2006. It has its amendments for the year 2017. So we will see few important sections. Especially today's focus is on whether should be registered as a MSME to seek any remedy under this act. So that is the major topic today. In between, we will see couple of important sections just to refresh our memories. Next one, please. Okay, so this is a very small act in the sense 32 sections, but it is very powerful act. It is a beneficial act in the sense it is very beneficial to the MSME sector. It gives whole lot of benefits to the MSMEs, especially it facilitates delayed payments because nowadays getting the payment is the pain, especially in the MSME sector. Particularly during the COVID-19 situation, people who are in the business, they will know how difficult it is to realize. I think if other people, if they mute, then the audio will be much better, I think. Okay, thank you. So it provides remedy for the delayed payments, especially for the stakeholders. So it has 32 sections and 6 chapters. Chapter 5, it deals with the penalty for delayed payments. That is where we can play crucial role as legal professionals. So that is why we are focusing more and more on this act. So this act is, as I mentioned earlier, it is the latest development of ADR. It has both conciliation as well as arbitration. So the arbitration under this act, it is overriding the main act, Arbitration and Conciliation Act. Next slide, please. So just to refresh the MSME classification, because the businesses, they should know under which category they are falling in. It has the abbreviation itself, it denotes micro, small and medium enterprises. So micro being in the range of less than 25 lakh investment in the plant and machinery. And for the service industry, people like us, the consultants, investment is up to 10 lakhs. And for the small category, between 25 lakhs up to 5 crores in terms of investment in the plant and machinery. And for the service industry, between 10 lakhs to 2 crores. And for the medium category, 5 crores to 10 crores. That is for the manufacturing industry, investment in the plant and machinery. And for the service industry, it is 2 crores, but not exceeding 5 crores. So this is the classification of the industry. And just want to recollect that the remedy for the delayed payment is available only for the micro and small sector, not for the medium sector. So here again, the remedy is available to the supplier, not for the manufacturer. Supplier can be supplier of goods or supplier of services. So we will explore more in the next few slides. Next slide, please. Yeah. So I just mentioned about the delayed payments. So chapter 5 of this act, it deals with the delayed payments for the MSME sector and what are the remedies available, how this act helps to recover payments within a very short period. Nowadays approaching court is very difficult, but this MSME Facilitation Council, they are acting as a civil court, and you can get the remedy within 90 days. So the section 15, it gives the buyer has to make payment on or before the date agreed in the contract or before the appointed day. So the appointed day is a defined term in the act. What is appointed day? Suppose if you are a supplier, you made a supply, and the receiver, he acknowledged the goods, or a consultant like us, we provide a service and they acknowledged the receipt of the service. So from that date plus 15 days, that is the appointed day. So they have to make the payment within that appointed day. That is the norm as per the act. In case if the payment terms is not mentioned in the agreement, then this appointed day will be considered. And within that appointed day, if the supplier, if he doesn't receive his payment, then he can approach MSME Facilitation Council and they will do the conciliation first. And if the conciliation fails, MSME Facilitation Council, they will approach arbitration panel. It may be a institutional arbitration or ad hoc arbitrator. They will appoint arbitrator and they will conduct arbitration and they will ensure that award is provided to the suffering party within 90 days. And that award is very powerful, that can be enforced at no time. So that is the beauty of this act. So the rest of the content, it says, suppose if no payment term is mentioned, if there is no appointed day is available, then the norm is within 45 days from the date of invoice. They must get. Next slide, please. Right. Suppose a supplier is there, he made a supply, but his payment is delayed. Or a consultant is there, he delivered a service, but his payment is delayed. So how we can get the remedy? Sorry. So what is his requirements to approach the MSME Council? Should he register with the MSME? Is it a prerequisite? That is what we are going to see today. The act, it says the registration is discretionary only. The supplier, he need not get himself registered at the time of delivery. That is what the act says. However, if he is a medium enterprise, then the registration requirement is mandatory. But we should note that medium enterprises, they don't have the remedy for the delayed payment. Of course, the delayed payment is the only one among the services available under this act. There are a host of other benefits for the MSMEs. So for that benefit, they must register themselves under this Act. So chapter 5, it says delayed payment is confined to supplier only, which has been defined under section 2N of the Act. So section 2N, what it says, supplier means a micro or small enterprise, not the medium enterprise, which has filed a memorandum with the authority referred to in subsection 1 of the section 8. That is registered as MSME under the Act. So that is what the definition says. But the definition I just extracted here, the definition it extends for a couple of pages. So there is some ambiguity in the section. We know that whenever there is an ambiguity, there will be a whole lot of case laws. We will see a couple of case laws which clearly gives the mandate of the court and gives a clear-cut instruction to the MSME. Next slide, please. The first case law, Uttar Haryana Bijli Vitran Nigam Limited versus PM Electronics Limited. So here the issue is whether a micro or small enterprise which has not registered itself under section 8 falls under the definition of supplier given under section 2N. So that is the issue. Allahabad High Court upheld the judgment of the lower court. The lower court already they gave a verdict saying that registration is not mandatory. So Allahabad High Court, they upheld the lower court's verdict, which had placed reliance on the 2007 Government of India circular in addition to the Act. So the circular, it told that it is not mandatory for an enterprise to file the memorandum under section 8. Under this circular, it was clarified that filing of memorandum is discretionary and there is no limit of 180 days for such filing. So from my experience, suppose if you are a supplier, you made a supply, but you have not registered with the MSME. You are facing a payment issue. You are approaching MSME Facilitation Council. If they say, oh, you are not registered, that is wrong. You can still file. You can still file your case. After filing, you can register yourself because registration is very simple process. So the bottom line is registration is not a prerequisite to approach MSME for your remedy. We will see one more case law. Next slide, please. Indur District Cooperative Marketing Society Limited versus Microplex India Hyderabad. So here the same issue, whether a micro or small enterprise which has not registered itself under section 8 falls under the definition of supplier, because supplier only can approach MSME for their remedy. So the court, it held that since section 8 of the Act itself gives discretion to the micro or small enterprises to file the memorandum, such as the registration is not mandatory. In view of the object of the Act, filing memorandum is only qualifying in nature and not mandatory in nature. Therefore, the registration under section 8.1 is not a prerequisite to fall under the definition of supplier. So this is the present scenario. So suppose if somebody is approaching you regarding payment issue and if they did not register already, no need to worry. Still you can provide remedy. You can tell them. We can confidently approach MSME and we can register them meantime, but they will get remedy. They need not worry that they are not MSME, so they will not get remedy. So that is what we want to highlight. In addition to that, I just want to highlight another important aspect of this act. Next slide, please. Yeah, we might have studied in Arbitration and Conciliation Act about setting aside of the award under Section 34 of the Act. But here also Section 19 is there, application for setting aside of decree, award, or order provided by the MSME Facilitation Council. But see, there is a marked difference between this act and the Arbitration Act. Let us see what it says. No application for setting aside any decree, award, or other order made either by the council itself or by any institution or center providing alternate dispute resolution service to which a reference is made by the council shall be entertained by any court unless the appellant, not being a supplier, has deposited with it 75% of the amount in terms of the decree award. So the opposite party, the buyer, if he wants to set aside the award, he must deposit 75% of the decree amount with the court. Then only he can go for the appeal. Imagine who will do that. And the next point is, with that 75% deposit amount, court has the discretion to pay interim amount to the supplier. See, so that is the best part of this act. Number one, within 90 days, the party they get the remedy. Number two, it is a beneficial act. The opposite party, the buyer, whoever it may be, we have experience of bidding with the giant companies also, whoever it may be, because it is a beneficial act, it will interpret favorably to the MSMEs. Number three, the setting aside, that is a big problem in ADR. For each and every reason, the other party, the losing party, they'll go and approach the court for setting aside as a delaying tactics. But this act, Section 19, it says the losing party, they must deposit 75% of the decree amount. And with that 75% deposit, the court, they can do interim payment to the suffering party. So with this, I'm ending this session.